I'm having some green juice with vinegar. So let's call it a Tea Tuesday. Tea Tuesday is hosted by Kathy's Favorite Things in Life with Patty. Sorry, it's really close. Sorry about that. I guess I do that a lot, don't I? Anyway, yeah, today I got the news that I'm cancer-free. 5 years. You know, I want to share with you something that Dr. Saltman, my oncologist, I'm going to say my only oncologist, he bugged out off the island when COVID happened, but he told me not to get the shot. Anyway, that's not what that's about. But anyway, he told me that statistics were that, I don't have the exact numbers, but if you make it to 5 years without cancer returning again, the chances of returning it, a cancer returning, is not nil, but it's lower. And seriously, I have been waiting for this. Seriously, 5 years of waiting for this moment. And I think that I'm not sure. I know I'm happy. I'm obviously so grateful. I'm grateful, as I mentioned, to my husband, my son. You know, they were in my life. They were going with me, you know, to go get the infusion, you know, the IV. And I was taking pills and stuff. And they were there for every single physical. Paul was there for every single physical. Will was just about. And he would come over on the weekend and we'd cook and, you know, things like that. And he wouldn't treat me any different. And I like that. If you want to know how to treat a cancer patient, you treat them the same way you did before. Yeah. You don't treat them any different. But anyway, Dr. Saltman had said, yeah, you get to 5 years and that's the place you want to be. Now I'm there and I've waited for so long to get here. I don't know, I'm trying to get I think I mentioned in the other video, I got stuff to do and I've got a ton of stuff to do. I've got baking to do and all kinds of stuff. I've got lists of things to do that didn't get done that's on my plate today, and I'm sitting back going, 5 years. I'm here, 5 years. You know, I'm echoing that in my head. 5 years ago, I had the IV in my hand, and I remember the worst time. There's 2 worst times out of it. There were several worst times. 1, 2, add them up. Obviously the diagnosis, right? Seeing the mass was pretty scary. And then God told me on the colonoscopy table, he said, Joy, are you kidding me? Now? Joy? Like, you got a lot of attitude. Now he's medicated up. And then I remember this nurse. I remember a little bit about her. I was pretty medicated for 4.5 hours. They took out one big lump of cancer. They got it all because it was a polyp filled with cancer. It's in the colon, but it was on the outside part, not up inside, you know. They had to remove that. But then he tattooed the big gray mass. And when I saw that, that's when I got the word joy, which replaced a word from a long time ago, 5 years before that, which was sad. And that was to do with the death of my mother. My mother was a narcissist, and I am the daughter of a narcissist, and it explains a lot about my childhood and whatever. So anyway, God gave me joy. So like I said, you know, wow, joy. There's so much to cover here. There's so much. So this nurse, you know, blanketed my body with a massive hug. She must have been huge. I don't know. I'm a big woman. To cover my body, she got to be a big woman too. I don't know what she was, but it felt like the Holy Spirit. Maybe that's what God intended. Maybe God wanted her to physically hug me so I could really feel it, but it was the Holy Spirit. I tell you though, I don't know. God's so good, and he's been so good to me. Then the next time was, I can't tell you, it was on this hand anyway, the right hand, the one with the bumpy wrist. Yeah, it's gibbled. Anyway, it was in this hand and up in toward my wrist. They tried my wrist, they tried my hand, they tried the other side. They tried 2 arms, 5 nurses, I think, 5, 6 nurses. Between 4 and 6 nurses, let's go with that, because that's probably more accurate, because I don't know for sure. And I'm not sure if it was 5 veins, something like that. In between, the nurse is going, "Are you okay?" I went, "I'm fine." She goes, "No, are you really okay?" "I'm fine." And I'm the person that I will stay focused. I'm on it. I'm doing it right now. I'm right here, and I will not deviate from that. And she goes, "Do you need to go to the washroom and maybe just freshen up a bit?" And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "Okay, do you have to pee?" "Yeah." So I went to the washroom, and I started to cry. Not the hoo hoo hoo. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's kind of just not me. I did that once. But tears rolled down, and I was like, Lord, I really need you now. I can't do this. I cannot do this without you. I can't. I can't do it without your help. And, I wasn't at the point Jesus was at, on the cross. I'm certainly not him, nothing like that. But I felt almost forsaken. I felt like I knew he was there. It was like, why are you not able to help me with this? Why can't you, please, just, you know what? I'm going to give it to you. I have to. And then I went to the washroom, and then I wiped up my eyes, and I said, okay, let's do it. Let's do this. I walked in, and I had this feeling of confidence, but it wasn't my own. It was not in the flesh. It was in the spirit. I felt that. And maybe it was God's power. Maybe it was God's Holy Spirit. Well, I don't know exactly what it was, but it was definitely God, because it was a moment where I knew it's going to be fine. And I'm telling you, the most trained nurses to do this, okay? I asked for the most trained nurses, because I said, my veins are normally very, very, they're okay. And I was pumping up with a ball to make sure you can get in an artery. And I know exactly where the veins are, because I hit my skin like this and tell where the spongy part is. And there's a vein. And, this one nurse, she didn't even wipe it with alcohol. She threw in the, needle, clicked it on, and went, and that was so hard. When it was hard for everybody else, I said I had to pray. I had a couple tears coming down. She goes, "Honey, it's going to be okay." I went, "Oh, I know. I'm just stressed out. That's all. I'm stressed." And now, I'm reflecting on those feelings that I had that I didn't deal with. I didn't deal with the emotions that went with having cancer. My mother dealt with it. My mom died of it. My mom made a choice to, and it wasn't even a thing, okay? Not legally anyway. She was in the hospital. She got diagnosed. They're like, "We'll take you off to another hospital." They took her there, and they went, "You're past stage 4, and we can't do anything for you." They put a needle in her artery and behind her neck, and they said, "We can put you in an induced coma, and then in the coma you can die." So she chose to end her life, and that's how she dealt with it. And that was a frickin' breakdown right there. Not completely. I mean, I dealt with it. I just didn't do well with it. This is like, it's good news and everything. It's amazing news. So many people got me here. So many people got me to where I am right now. Am I at 9 minutes? Holy cow, sorry. But you know what? Sometimes you just need to purge the feelings. I'm a talker, so I need to get it out, I guess. But going through that was the most frightening. And yet I couldn't show it because I would come home. And my dog Chance had stage 4 cancer. I'm the one who diagnosed him with the doctor. Like, I'm not kidding. She's going to become a little fuddy-duddy, but anyway, he was having some problems. He was spraying. He started with colon cancer, and it moved way up. And she says, oh, where's this colon on the x-ray? Because I kept on bugging for an x-ray. I need an x-ray. Been sick for 3 years. Come on, lady, let's move. And that's how I talk. Okay, she's a Christian. She can handle it. It's being paid, by the hour. Come on, do it. Let's get to this. And she goes, I don't know where his colon is. I said, to heck with his colon. What's that spot? She goes, oh, that would be a little bit of cancer. I said, then look up in his lungs because it's full of it. And that's what I diagnosed my dog having stage 4 cancer. I also got diagnosed at the same day that I was diagnosed with stage colon 3A. I found out I had glaucoma. I was 31. So it was a lot of crap to process. And why is it now? It's like all of a sudden, all the emotions are up in the forefront. And I'm grateful that I'm here today and that I can talk about it. But it's like everything bubbling up. Will mentioned this morning, Chancey being sick. That's when we met, and we all, this time of year, it hits us because he said, Mom, it means now. It was 5 years ago Chancey died. It wasn't actually 5, it was 4. Almost 5. Can you imagine coming home? You've had chemo, and you would take a chemo during, 2 weeks and a 1 week break, and then 1 week of oxygliptin at the hospital after physicals and blood work, and everybody poking, prodding at you and everything else, and, finding needle problems in your arms and hands and everything, and then coming home and trying to put on that you're okay because your poor dog has cancer so bad that he's lost his appetite. You just want to stretch the time on with him as long as you can. Never, ever would be a time I would have been prepared for his death. And I know he's in heaven. I know that. I have no doubt. This is why I decided to take a little, and I don't owe anybody an explanation. I guess I just want to share it, but this is why I'm taking a break, and yet I'm back on. Just not pumping out videos like normal, because that is the hardest part of all of it, is that not dealing with it and then getting, he passes, getting the 1 year free, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. I'm finally at 5 years. It's like, I feel like I can just relax a little bit. I have had also this year, which I haven't shared with any of you, because of the glaucoma, I have gone through 4 doctors, 3 specialists, 3 are specialists, and I was told by one idiot that I probably would have to have surgery. She told me that on the phone after seeing me once. And no, I don't need surgery. They checked my pressure, my optic nerve in the morning. Caffeine was kicking my optic nerve pressure up a bit, but that was also tested at the wrong time of day. If you have glaucoma, make sure they check it in the morning. Get the first appointment you can get. Don't have caffeine, and let them check the pressure in your optic nerve. Anyway, so yeah, dealing with all that, it's been like health, and now we got something going on where, yeah, I just don't know what's going on. I don't know if we're going to stay here, if we're going to leave. And, best part's my birthday coming up. Christmas. Cool. Lots of baking. But, yeah, with happy comes some sad. And I guess in my story, with Chance gone, and the anniversary of his passing, I don't know about you, but he never looked old. Chancey never acted old, and maybe I just didn't see it. But he was so cool because he would sniff. If I would get a sugar low, he would sniff my hand and lift my hand up. I was like, what, bud? What's going on? Lift up my hand again. Nudge me. I was like, okay, fine. I'll check my sugar. And I did that the first time. I was like, holy cow. It was like 3.2. It was really, really low. And he ended up becoming, my caregiver. Obviously, I didn't mind caregiving him. I'm grateful. God gave us the time we had. But yeah, there's a lot of attachment when you've had cancer. There's a lot of attachment to the anniversary dates. As strong as you can be, it'll knock you on your ass. Yeah, I said ass. Ass is in the Bible. As a donkey. I'm saying knock you on your donkey. Did you know an ass talked in the Bible? Read the book of Numbers. You'll see it. Yep. Anyway. Maybe I'll just spend some time with recipes. But I want to give you guys some insight to, I guess, to the real me. And I was holding stress and pumping out videos and trying to join this. And I was like, yeah, I should join that. I should join this. You can't do everything in one day. Rome wasn't built in a day. I can only do however much I could do it. Nobody was pressuring me. It's not like that. I was pressuring myself. So just want to say that. I'll do things when I want to, and if I feel like pumping out a lot, I will. But I felt like, sharing this with you guys. Also, in our family, we've had 2 deaths, not just one. My son-in-law Scott lost his dad the other day, and my aunt, who's 6 months younger than myself, lost her sister-in-law. So I don't know them, but when you go through grief with somebody else too, it brings up stuff, right? So not a good time to be online. I will record videos and stash them in private, and then in the new year start posting them up. So these will be the 2 only videos that I post today. But I am working on things, and I'll be sharing recipes and stuff like that. And I gotta stoke the fire, so I better go. 17 minutes in. Girl's long-winded. If you've been here this long, God bless you for listening. And if you haven't, I totally understand. I'm long-winded. I get it. See ya.